Welcome back, guys, for episode 3. So today we're going to actually get our hands dirty a little bit. This isn't going to be a how-to video or even a how-to series, but I will occasionally cover installs, but it'll be more of early 2000s Saturday morning part show kind of thing, if you know what I'm talking about, where parts just are magically installed. They build an 8-second car in 30 minutes type of deal, because I really want to focus on the experiences and just kind of the evolution of things therein. I also have another channel called Around the Clock Performance, which I haven't done anything with yet. That one is more geared towards the company Around the Clock and the things that the company does, like going to race events and stuff like that. So this channel, GTO Adventures, is more of a focus on this car, myself, family, and just kind of the things that I do personally. But anything above and beyond that will be on Around the Clock's channel and through the Facebook page and all the other social media tied to it as far as a company media production is concerned. Now, on to the fun stuff. So like I said in the last video, I have a cam kit that I bought for the wife's car. This is the Wizard of Tuning kit. It's all inclusive, more or less. Comes with, springs, as you can see there, push rods. There's some lifter trays in there. Sonny Johnson lifters, and then I just received an oil pump, which doesn't come with the kit. And some would argue that you do or don't have to do this. Here's the thing: her car has over 200,000 miles on it, and if you come from the LS tuning family like I do, well, 200,000 miles and installing a cam, or even some case twin China whirlybirds and shooting 8s, is not very uncommon. However, in good engineering practice, I decided to go ahead and order an oil pump because, one, an extra piece of insurance, and two, you're already in there. So I just kind of figured, since we're about to take the car a little bit further and beyond factory specification, it could probably stand a little bit of peace of mind with a high volume pump. And I don't really know what could evolve from here. We might go back in engine again and do, maybe heads or whatever have you, possibly a blower or something. So I just kind of felt like for the initial 180 bucks or whatever it was, it just made sense. So, part of the hour. This cam is a proprietary piece done by the guys over at Wizard of Tuning themselves. This particular cam is a brand new grind. It's something he had designed up and hadn't tried yet. So we get to be the first people in the world, essentially, with this specific proprietary setup to go in my wife's Durango. And what he told me was his other cam grind was good, but he had created a different one that was a little more specific for heavy vehicles like the Durango, which is ironic because if you know anything about racing, literally all of Mopar's lineup is heavy. All of it. So play on words, if you will. But anyway, he said that for what we were shooting to do with the Durango and some of the complaints that she had as far as drivability is concerned and passing power, that this cam was much better suited. He just never had anybody willing to try it. So here we are. Now, full disclosure, this may evolve because we all know that never happens with projects, and the car could get, a Pro Charger or a Whipple or something later down the line. We'll just kind of see where it goes from there. And then over here, I went ahead and bought a snazzy carbon fiber intake kit, just to kind of, freshen up the front end a little bit once we get everything put back together. That's more or less it. But today we'll take a walk outside here in a second. I'll show you what we're doing. So this is the wife's daily, as you can tell in all of its glory. It's pretty much a painfully stock 14 Durango RT. It's got a Diablo email tune on it and a Canon drop-in filter, and it's probably due for a plug change. Outside of that, it's nothing to write home about. All I've done with this thing up to this point is just pretty much regular maintenance. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And so, if you are familiar with two-piece drive shaft vehicles like the Durango, the Challenger, the Charger, my GTO had one originally. There is this intermediate shaft, if you will, that's about half, 3/4 the length of the car, that has a bearing, and the GTO's case, like a rubber section, and the same on the Hemi cars, that over time the rubber wears out. And generally, when that happens, you have to replace the entire drive shaft. Well, the guys over at JXB Performance built a kit where you just cut off the old stuff, put this really nice two-piece design here, and bolt it together. So we'll knock that out here in a second with, like I said, some movie magic, and just kind of see where it goes. And try to fix this annoying clunk that you get when you accelerate from any kind of a stop because the drive shaft's moving. Now, one thing to be aware of, that bearing generally doesn't go out. It's just the rubber. So you can do this modification and fix your noise and restabilize the drive shaft, but that doesn't mean the bearing itself may not start howling later, which inevitably we're going to cause you to either replace the shaft or take it somewhere to have them rebuild it with a new bearing on it. You know, just kind of depending on your resources. So hopefully I didn't drag my feet too long, because I didn't know this was even a thing, this particular part, until literally a week ago. And the clunk's been a thing for a couple of months now. But I mean, it is what it is. So, well, you know, it's kind of what it is at this point. So a little more about this kit. It's pretty much everything you need here. 2 pieces, those rubber deals come out. Real nice machine finish. Beautifully designed, if I'm honest. Nice high quality piece that nobody's gonna see. Got all your hardware and your spacers, maybe some rubber bushings in there to go with it. It's pretty self-explanatory. Like I said, I'll give you guys a general gist of the process, but I mean, it's more or less idiot proof as far as installs are concerned. If you're capable of changing a muffler or brakes on a car, you're more than capable to do this install. So real quick, this is pretty much all you need to put this part on. You don't have to use a cutting wheel on a grinder like I have. That's just what I have, and it's honestly quite fast. You don't have to have a high-dollar torque wrench either. I was a wrench turner for a number of years. I worked on a Corvette shop in California at night when I was active duty for Excelsior Motorsports. Shout out to Kashan. Taught me everything I knew about racing Corvettes on the track, and I built the toolbox along, you know, at that time. Anyway, so the kit's got rubber spacers you see there, and some washers, the 2 bolts that'll replace the factory ones that are about to come out. Get you something with some kind of driver. You need a Torx bit. Let's see, what is this? A 5mm, and then this is just a half-inch drive, or 3/8 half-inch socket, and then 3/8 torque wrench to put all that on there. So here goes something. All right, so this is what we're going to replace right here, and as you can see, it's got a pretty good amount of movement in it that's not supposed to be there. See if I can get it to do it for the camera. There's a rubber bushing in there that's pretty much trashed, so I'm just not even gonna bother with the tools. I'm gonna go ahead and use some of that YouTuber magic here and just install this bad boy. Boom, there we are. So no time at all, just some of that YouTuber magic where you just kind of throw parts at stuff and then magically it's done.